Hey guys, so I want to show you something interesting that I got here. Got a Ford Escape, and this is the no codes, no check engine light misfire. This came in yesterday, and I didn't even think about it at the time, and I needed to make a video on this. So let me just show you real quick. So here's the interior of it. Now, I have nothing hooked up. I haven't even started it. It's the first time I'm getting to it today. So I'm going to hook my scanner up and let me show you something. Let me just pause this. Actually, let me start this real quick first. There, you see the check engine light's on right now when you cycle the key. Now it's running. We have no check engine light. Let me hook my scanner up, so hang on a minute. There we go, we're hooked up. This is the history, because I had this thing hooked up yesterday when I was watching it. I put an AC compressor on it, that's all I've done. But I did notice that it had a misfire. Right now it's not misfiring. I think it might be because the engine's cold. But let's just see. Now, I could have put a code in the memory and not thrown a light. Let's just see. Let's go to memory codes. See if we've got anything. Just system checks incomplete. I had the battery disconnected when I did the AC compressor. Pending codes. No codes. Okay. Let's go. Data display. Let me see if I can get rid of that glare. Like right now it's not misfiring, but let's just see if it'll show me from yesterday what was in there. There you go, cylinder 2 average misfire, last 10 drive cycles, 27. So now yesterday I actually got the cylinder 2 current drive cycle, misfire count on the current drive cycle. I actually got that up to 2 something. So, but right now it's not misfiring. Let me get a little heat in this thing and see if I can't get this thing to start misfiring so you can see what I'm talking about. But there again, no check engine light. And this was a noticeable misfire. So let me stick it in gear. Close the door for a minute. So right now we got nothing. But I'm gonna let this thing get some heat in it and maybe it'll start up. I did have it running for quite a while before it started happening, and it was definitely an ignition misfire. Now some people ask me, how can you tell if it's an ignition misfire or anything else? If it's running smooth like it is now, and all of a sudden you feel, bam, it hits. Bam, bam, it hits. Bam, it hits. That's ignition. It's not a fuel injector. A fuel injector would be a softer misfire. It's, how do you explain it? It's very rare to see an injector do that. Usually an injector will just give out completely, or, be dead on cold or dead on hot, something like that. Or just be weak and you'll have like a constant mild misfire, not like a very harsh bam, 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 something like that. It'd be just a constant dun, 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 dun. So, right now, yeah, I cannot get this thing to misfire right now. But my whole point of this was actually to show you that you could still have a misfire and not have a check engine light. I wish I actually filmed this yesterday when I was doing this, because like I said, you could actually physically feel it misfiring. Let me get a little more heat in this thing first and then see what happens. Alright, so I just went on a road test with it. There's a lot of traffic, so I didn't want to video it while I'm just driving. Because I got to be up on the highway basically to make it happen, but there's just so much traffic I feel it's unsafe for me to film at the same time. If I had a dash mounted camera it'd be a different story, but I don't have that. So anyway, I could feel it driving it again. It's not as severe as yesterday. It might be from the humidity from yesterday, but if you look at the scale here, you can see we are up to 12 now on the current drive cycle counts. So you could definitely feel it. Still no check engine light. So basically my point to this is that you could have drivability issues, misfires and stuff like that, and never have a check engine light. I just drove back. I had to drop somebody off or drop a vehicle off somewhere, and Mo was getting back in the car, that's why I stopped. But here, I'm going to show you the misfires now. They keep going up. So now we are at 142. Still no check engine light. So like I said, my point is, you could have running issues, you could have misfires, and never have a check engine light. It happens. It happens. It may not meet whatever criteria they put into the program in order to throw a check engine light. So anyway, just wanted to show you that. A little code reader, obviously, you're never going to get anything out of a little handheld code reader, you know, from the parts store or whatever. You're never going to know what's going on. You're never going to know it. So, you know, sometimes you need a scanner to actually find out what's going on. This is up to 160 now. I don't know if you can hear that droning sound. I don't know if that's coming through in the video, but it keeps misfiring. It keeps anyway, so 167. So anyway, like I said, I hope you get something out of this. You're not going to get this kind of information from one of those little handheld code scanners. You're going to be in the dark. So sometimes you have to go to a shop that actually has a scanner to find out what's going on. Sometimes you got to pay for diagnostics. Sometimes you can find a handheld scanner that will give you certain information. They're the more expensive ones. You know, the little $49 ones, you're not going to get that kind of information. Anyway, that's it. I'm rambling. All right, guys. Hope you're getting something out of my videos. If you are, hit that like button. If you could, please subscribe. All right, guys. Have a great day. Keep wrenching.